Good morning. It's Saturday the 30th of July. We're on, I've no idea what day. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I've already taken Nellie out for her walk and I've had my granola breakfast, which I'm really enjoying, by the way. I went on the scales and they're looking relatively good today. The scales are being kind to me, which is absolutely fantastic considering I did very little in terms of exercise yesterday, apart from my bike ride, although I did eat very little. However, I did struggle a little bit in the evening. I ended up having another snack bar and a clementine as well. But even having had all of that, I have still managed to lose a reasonable amount of weight overnight, which is great. Today, Oliver's coming back to me for a few more days. I'm picking him up in the afternoon, and that leaves me this morning to probably get on with a little bit of work. I really enjoy editing these vlogs. I've spent the last hour and a half actually just editing a montage for yesterday's bike ride, and I think maybe I'm putting a little too much effort in, to the point where I'm editing each clip so that my leg stays in the same place as I'm riding, even between cuts, so it looks like my leg's doing a constant motion. Something you'll never notice while actually watching it, but I don't know, it just makes the whole thing seem a little bit smoother. As a result, there's many cuts. I don't know if I'm just wasting my time with this or not, but I'm enjoying it, so I don't think it matters too much. Good news, everyone! A wild Oliver has appeared, connected to his iPad as usual, 3 hours earlier than I expected him, which means all of the work I was doing has had to stop, because everything always goes to plan, just as I always intend it to. Speaking of work that needs doing, somebody has been making an awful mess with their teddies, pulling their guts out and leaving them all over the floor. Haven't they, Nellie? Was it you? And someone else has been leaving little biscuit crumbs all over the table.
What?
Biscuit crumbs on the table. Who was it?
Mine.
Yeah.
Hi.
You've got chocolate all around your mouth. You're gross. It's hoovering time. Worth of hair, not quite as full this time, which is nice. I'm genuinely exhausted. I'm sweating, I'm exhausted, but my window is finally clean, and so is the side that everything's sat on. And it's been overdue for so long. I've mopped, I've hoovered, I haven't dusted, but it doesn't seem all that dusty in the other room. So I think I'm pretty much done. I haven't done anything in my office. I haven't even hoovered that. I need to do that later. But again, Nellie doesn't really go in there that much, so it's not too bad. So I think it can probably wait a day. For now, though, I think it's definitely time for a shower and some lunch. Well, I had a shower. I also decided it was a good idea to clean the toilets. I didn't think you'd want to see that. And I've also done a load of washing and put a load of washing away, which is good. And I was just looking at Fitbit because obviously I I found that cleaning process quite, well, not tiring. It wasn't exhausting, but I was sweating. I was raising my heartbeat quite a lot. And I looked at Fitbit and it showed that I was in the zone for 21 minutes, which is, well, out of an hour, I don't think's that bad. So I went to add it as an exercise, and believe it or not, cleaning is one of their sort of exercise categories. So I've added that on there. My heart rate, obviously, as you can see from the graph, went up quite substantially towards the end and then dipped right off when I took my Fitbit off to go in the shower. And according to that, that means I've done 2 minutes worth of cardio and 17 minutes worth of fat burning during that cleaning. So I'm going to take that as an exercise. It's not the only exercise I'll do today. I really need to do my core exercises, and I've been putting that off. And the other thing I've been putting off is lunch. And for no reason other than I just wanted to get those jobs out of the way. So lunch is next. You might not realise it, but today marks a momentous occasion. I didn't know myself until I was just about to feed Oliver his dinner, and for his dinner he's having some crisps and a ham sandwich. The reason it's a momentous occasion is because the crisps came in this multi-pack of crisps, and I haven't eaten any of them, not one single packet. Normally, there's no way I can leave crisps in the house untouched without stealing at least one packet. Normally, to be fair, Oliver gets one packet and I eat the rest. And this time, I haven't even thought about them. Oliver's eaten every single one over the last couple of weeks, and I think that's a big deal. I know that sounds really stupid. Oh, you shouldn't be eating those crisps anyway. I know. But that's you know, I think that's a good thing. However, this momentous occasion does come with yet another admission of bad habits. Yeah, I've got another bad habit that I haven't told you about. Oh, jeez. And that is that I don't change my bed sheets nearly often enough. Now, if I worked a difficult job that was somewhere particularly dirty, like in a factory or maybe a metalworking thing, or if I was a builder, I could understand the need to change the bed sheets very regularly because they're going to get dirty even if you shower a lot, because it's just going to be in your skin and your hair and everywhere. But I work from home. I walked down there to take Nellie for a walk and I shower nearly every day, so I don't really feel like I'm going to bed all that dirty. But it is a bit gross and it's something I need to do more regularly. So I'm not going to say every week. I'm going to aim to do my bed sheets every 2 weeks, and let me know what you think is regularly enough for bed sheets. Do you do them every week? Do you do them every day? Do you do them every month? Let me know, because I hate doing the bed sheets. It's just so annoying and it takes forever. So I'm going to do them probably today, which will probably be another workout in itself. But I'll sort that out later. It's lunchtime. And for lunch, I'm going to have the leftovers from yesterday's meatballs, although I'm not going to bother doing any pasta with it. I'm just going to put them in a wrap because I can't bother doing any pasta, basically. So, yeah, I'm going to eat that. Lunch is finished. The time is 1 o'clock, and I have a bit of a problem on the horizon, and that is that my 4 terabyte SSD drive, which I store all of my vlog recordings and my YouTube recordings, everything like that on, is almost full. Now, I do have a backup system, but because of the price of electricity these days, I haven't been running it because, well, it costs a fortune just to keep running every day. So I need to go turn that on, transfer a load of stuff that I don't need anymore, and do a bit of a backup. Now, my backup PC lives up here in the box room. There it is. It's got a bunch of drive bays in it, many hard drives inside, and it's plugged in to the router there, which connects to everything downstairs. So, turn it on, and hopefully I'll be able to connect to it in a couple of minutes. Start transferring many files very slowly because my Ethernet connection's not very fast. Now, I always used to do local backups before I got this PC because obviously I like to keep a backup of everything I'm working on, and at some point in the future, if you don't, you are going to end up with something failing and losing everything. But unfortunately, since I got this PC, if I plug in an external hard drive to it and try and boot it, it just won't boot into Windows. And if I plug them in once it's booted, the entire system just eventually, not straight away, but eventually just totally freezes up and crashes, and it's done that forever. I think there's a problem with the motherboard. I did get in touch with Asus when I first got it, and they said it's not a recognized problem, but it means I never have any backups, so I really need to make a habit of doing this more regularly as well, so that I don't lose everything in future. The other problem I've got in terms of backups is I used to back up everything, not video files because they were too big, but all of my personal stuff, all of my documents, all of that sort of thing. I used to back them all up to Dropbox, which would always be running. So I always had a copy of everything in the cloud. However, again, in terms of trying to save money, I cancelled my Dropbox subscription because I had a Google Drive subscription as well. The problem is, though, when I try and do a local sync to Google Drive, again, it just crashes. It just can't handle, I guess, how much data there is, and Google Drive just eats all of my PC resources, which is why I upgraded my RAM recently from 32 gigabytes to 64 gigabytes. But if I leave it on for half an hour, it'll just eat up all of that RAM and do nothing, and nothing gets exchanged. So I got a real problem on my hands when it comes to backing up. It's just about 3 o'clock, time to take Nellie for a walk, but Oliver's asked if we can go on a bike ride instead with Nellie, which of course we can. We're back from the bike ride, and according to Strava, we went 2 miles. We went out for 21 minutes, and we did an average speed of 5.7 miles per hour, which is just about doggy speed. We had a nice little break, so Nellie could have a little swim and a dip in the park because it's relatively warm. And now that we're back, Oliver's doing something interesting. In fact, he's been doing it quite a lot today, and he's finally learning how to play Minecraft
like a pro with a keyboard and mouse. How are you getting on, Oliver?
I'm doing great. I'm just building my tent so far. I'll just show them what I've been doing.
Okay.
So basically, the first challenge was for me to build a campsite. And I've built one. And then I built a wall. And then I built a minecart track to go around it. And then, the most weirdest thing ever, in the minecart track, this. And it's actually growed squid in it.
Yeah, so there we go.
First time ever using a keyboard and mouse on a computer to do gaming, and I don't think he's doing too bad at all. Do you ever feel like all of that hard work that you do cleaning up is a total waste of time? Well, I do.
Because the dog has been at it again. This poor cow has been shredded, Nellie. You've got it all over the floor. What have you got against that cow, eh?
It's just gone 5 o'clock. Nellie has had her tea. I'm about to do mine and Oliver's. He's requested chicken nuggets and chips, which of course I can't have that, so we're going to have to do 2 meals. Great. And for tea tonight, I am having just a mix-up of stuff, really. I've got some
Chicken with chorizo, tomatoes, peppers, onion and a bit of garlic in there. And I've got some very much char-grilled asparagus, tender stem broccoli and a little bit of bacon to throw on top.
So all in all, looks pretty tasty. Oh, and it's got a little bit of my favourite sauce on it as well. That looks pretty yummy.